What's the last thing you'd expect your grandmother to be hiding? Grandma asked my brother Chester to teach her how to play Apex Legends. At first it seemed innocent and cute, but then I noticed things weren't exactly adding up. Sometimes she'd sit there fumbling around with the PlayStation controller, struggling to figure out which button helped her character glide around. But then there were times in the middle of the game where she'd absolutely lock in and follow his instructions without asking a single question. She'd say things like, "My shield's running low," or point out the hot drops on the map. But then again, it could have all just been in my head, right? I mean, Chester was teaching her, so of course she'd pick up a thing or two. Until I spotted a few other things. Just little things that stood out. Like the way that Grandma's eyes would flicker and track the enemies on screen even before Chester called them out, or the way she'd accidentally ping the specific ammo he needed. But then other times, she'd miss shots that were clearly easy and asked Chester to repeat things he'd already explained 4 other times. And every time we visited, she'd ask us to help her set up the console and TV. "I just don't understand. What channel do I type in to see the game?" she'd ask in a sweet, lovable voice. "Grandma, I told you it's not a channel. You just switch to the HDMI until you see the PlayStation screen pop up. See?" Chester pointed at the screen. "Oh, thank you, dear. I'll try to remember it next time." And looking at her struggle, I can't imagine her being actually good with video games. But then I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Chester hid his character behind a rock and stood up, holding his tummy. "I'll be back, Grandma. I'll just use the bathroom. Here." He handed her his controller. "Just move my character if you need to run from enemies, okay?" She smiled up at him. "Of course, dear. You can count on me. Which button makes the character run again?" He shook his head, then ran off to the bathroom down the hall. I watched Grandma just sit there, humming to herself, the controller in her lap while she waited. Suddenly, there were footsteps in the game, coming from all directions. An entire squad was rushing their team. Grandma's character got knocked down, and soon, only Chester's character was left alive. That's when Grandma leaned forward, took a deep breath, and started playing like a completely different person. She was hitting headshots, dodging sniper shots, sliding into cover, popping abilities with perfect precision, and within seconds, she wiped all 3 enemies and revived all teammates. By the time Chester came back, his character was back in position exactly as he had left it, and Grandma was back to pretending to be clueless in the game. And me? I just sat there wondering why she'd been hiding her skills all this time. I had to know. Later after dinner, while Chester was busy with homework, I confronted Grandma. "I saw what you did," I told her directly. "Oh yes, the squad wipe?" My eyes widened. She didn't even try to deny it. "They're only diamond players," she added. I couldn't help but laugh. "Only diamond? That was the 3rd highest rank in the game. So, why are you trying so hard to lie about this to Chester? I'm pretty sure he'd be happy to know his own grandma's crazy good at the game," I finally asked. She smiled softly, then explained how she knew Chester was going through a rough patch at home and at school. Our parents were busy working. His friends had all moved on from gaming. He was pretty much all alone. "The only time I see him act like a normal kid is when he's teaching me how to play his favorite games," she said. She wasn't wrong. I noticed he looked a lot happier when we were at her house compared to back at home. What he needs isn't some cool gaming grandma. He needs to feel like he matters to someone, and he gets that when he's teaching me. "So please keep this between us for now," she said. And for 3 weeks, I've been keeping my mouth shut, acting normal whenever I heard Grandma asking Chester how to reload again, fighting back a smile whenever he jumped up and celebrated knocking down a single enemy when I knew Grandma could destroy the entire lobby if she wanted to. It was our secret. That is, until Chester brought home one very arrogant and mean friend who needed a little lesson on gaming etiquette.